with the San Francisco 49ers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? Flag! What do you got? Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
At the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Got a man, it's Brashad Perriman. A gain of 13, it's a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Barber on 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Niners' 43-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, Barber. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now, this series between the 49ers and the Bucs began back in 1977 in Tampa Bay's 2nd year in the NFL. It's been a series that the 49ers have dominated, 17-7 overall, although Tampa has won the last 2 meetings. First down, they go with Barber again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Winston connecting with Howard, and he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5, and he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
21. Go.
Now Garoppolo. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get him the football in the passing game. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
Gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
First down, San Francisco.
Here we go. 180. Mike 54. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go. 180. 12, fellas. Here we go. 12. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. All day, every day, any day. Hey, gun.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a second and 14 upcoming.
Here we go. 180. Hey, alert. Hey, wahoo. 51. He don't know no better. 51 for Mike, boy. 51. Hey,
Throwing on second and 14. Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26.
It's a gain of 20.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go. 20. Hey, watch your leg. Hey, switch gears.
Here's Breida. And he's got room. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now it's Breida. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, This part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
Here we go, here we go. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Garoppolo, quarterback sneak. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Here we go. 54.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here we go, here we go. 11. Right there, 54.
Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo. Coleman has it here right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. On second down, a run with Breida. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Jameis to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barber. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run the toss to Barber. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 44, Winston. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Rashad Perriman, 44 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Coming to you, coming to you. 11. Check Mike 45. Check.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 85 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Well, I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. Jameis now on first down. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Winston. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball. Hey, Alpha. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike. Hey, gun. 54. Watch.
Garoppolo now. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Dante Pettis. Incomplete. It's third down.
The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and 7.
54, right there. 54. Bravo. We got it. Mike 54.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. On now is the 27-year-old rookie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 16. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
11. Good. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? Hey, gun. You think you gonna get this? 58, boy.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
Here we go. I got this. Let's go right here.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go. 21. Hey, let's go. Watch the pass. Protein spill. Watch the safety creep. 51, Mike 51.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go. Escape situation. Let's go. 58, right? 21. Mike, 58, right there. On the 58. Hey, gun. 58, Mike. Let's go, tackle. Let's go.
To throw is Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And they try the sweep to Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Winston. He's got Evans. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Quan Alexander able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
It's just me and you.
Winston now from the 50. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Evans. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll try it now with Barber. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Samuel, the 36th overall pick in last year's draft. Played his college ball at South Carolina. Really good senior campaign. 62 catches, 882 yards, and also threw in 11 touchdowns for good measure. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Winston gives to Barber. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 40 now on second down. Winston has got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Marcus Smith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Here we go. Check 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Watch your swing.
Winston on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Winston to throw for it on 4th. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Winston, the offense, with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. To throw, Winston. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. D. Ford, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Another try after the first down sack. Winston, he's going to look deep. And this is caught. That one goes for 36 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are back within a single score. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Now Winston. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
I got you. 45.
Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give coming right is Breida. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Check 50, check 50.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Hey, gun.
They run forward Breida, and he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's go, Heavy. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Check Nick. Green, 17. 59.
Winston to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Here we go. Mike, 58, right there. Yeah.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So the victory here for San Francisco. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Niners, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Go.